Okay, so you recently embarked on a fitness journey. What inspired this change?
Just always wanted to be, always wanted to do this. Um, super, I just always putting it off, procrastinating all the time. Um, and so one day I was just like, um, I want to show Black women, I want to show women that we can do it all in this lifetime. And I was telling somebody else, I'm just surrounded by a coven of strong, amazing Black women, and we all work, and we all got kids, and we all got a lot to do, and that's always the same argument every time. I'm busy, and it's not that we somewhere eating French fries and burgers all day. That's not the case. We wish we could. Right now I've only eaten one time. That's wrong. You see what I'm saying? The point is, the fact of the matter is, we don't eat enough. And that's how we're gaining weight, and we're stressed out, and we're carrying full loads and stuff like that. So I wanted to show, up top in front of everyone, that even with all the things that I have going on, I can still accomplish my health and wellness goals. And I did it under the umbrella of Syleena Lifestyle, which is my health and wellness company that is geared towards minority women. So yeah, I'm trying to save our lives as best way I can. My BS was in nutrition science. I did my capstone on African American women and obesity. And so it has always been a passion of mine in terms of this culture. And then you turn around and see this pandemic affecting Black people predominantly, and then look at that. So it just proves that we need, some type of motivation and some type of leadership in terms of our health.
Did you when did you start this journey?
Just in fitness in general.
So let's more so the journey that will be referenced on a docuseries. When did you start that particular journey?
That started in 2016.
Mm.
And I started training with a trainer named Shanae Norville. And she's amazing. She's a monster. She was like second runner up of Gladiator. Remember Gladiator? And then she's a fitness competitor as well. But I started, and then I stopped. I got busy, and then I failed. And so then in 2019, I decided quietly that I was going to try again. Right. And if that's my dog, just don't pay him any attention. I decided quietly that I was going to start again. So in April, I found a trainer. His name is Kevin Wilson. And I started training with him for my album cover shoot. But then I knew he was a fitness, a pro.
Mm-hmm.
And I secretly wanted to do the competition. So I didn't tell him until I was able to drop a certain amount of weight. And then I told him, and he was like, all right, we can get serious and start doing it. And so then that's when I start putting all the pieces together and start really getting serious about it. Hold on, Rashida, can you go pick up Valentino? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's when I start, and shut him up, because my dog is nuts, honey. He will bark down. Someone just came, and so he just one of them. He thinks he's a German Shepherd. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so I secretly started, because you know how sometimes you don't tell people stuff, you don't tell people your dream in case you stop, or in case they try to sway you, or in case the devil gets a hold of it and try to stop, So I waited until I dropped like 21 pounds before I told anybody what I was really going to do. And then it took me 8 months, but I got to that stage.
So you really went into this idea of, I kind of want to do this competition, but yes, didn't want negative energy to touch it.
You cannot win in life with negative surroundings. You are as good as your team in the surroundings that you have. You are your surroundings. And I knew that if I didn't have positive reinforcements around me all the time, I knew that I would fail. I knew that it was something so hard. I did it and started before and failed. So I didn't want that. So I just kept it under wraps. And when I proved to myself on that first 20 pounds, because I've lost weight, all the time, up and down, up and down. But when I did it in this, I did it in like 30 days, the first 20 pounds. I was like, it's on and popping. You be in a mode now. So now I was like, I was ready. I was focused. I was locked in.
Would you have considered yourself overweight before the journey?
By American society standards, yes, in terms of what your BM is supposed, your BMI is supposed to be, in terms of what my height to weight ratio is supposed to be, fat percentage and things of that nature, yes. Personally, probably not. I was like a size 14, 16 at the time, which is about the average size of a woman in America. But for me, it's not my average size. Mm-hmm. And it's not the size that I prefer to be in to be comfortable. Doesn't mean that you can't be comfortable in a 14, and doesn't mean that you cannot slay in a 14, 16, because I have slayed at every size, okay? But I personally am trying to promote health and wellness. And unfortunately, in this world, if you don't look like the pillar of health and wellness, if you cannot be your own spokesperson, I cannot convince anyone else to do it. I have to be able to walk the walk and talk the talk as well, you know. And the cool thing about me and my journey is that I have been bigger and smaller, and I've been big sizes after I've had my kids. That's when I really started gaining weight, really after I had my kids, because before that I was, you know, athletic build the whole time. But after I had my kids, that's when things, you know, I couldn't just get myself back to where my old body, you know, which is kind of unrealistic anyway. You know, we always be thinking, I just want to go back to my old body. Not everybody can do that after they have kids. And I ended up doing it after this competition. I was like, okay, body, but still my stomach wasn't right, you know, but I was like, I don't care. I'll take a stomach that's got some wrinkles on it. As long as it's flat and got muscles, I wouldn't care, you know. So yeah, I considered myself not in my best self. Overweight is, you know, it's debatable. You know, somebody could be a size 14, 16 and be totally and completely healthy.
I think that's a really important message for you to share.
And somebody could be a size 4 and be about to go check out of here. So I'm just saying, be eating terrible, smoking, you know, have heart disease, all type of stuff, and be a size 4. So I don't, you know, it's debatable.
Okay. So what I'm hearing from you is, you know, you had your weight goals, but this was more of a wellness journey for you. How'd you do it?
The Lord, okay, and all of his disciples. It took him and pretty much everybody that was back in the Old Testament to get me through what I went through. It was living hell, and I am not going to lie. It was a living hell. All while I was doing this, I was getting up at 4:00 in the morning to do my morning cardio, my fasted cardio, going to Sister Circle. After Sister Circle, maybe even have post records, and eating 6 meals a day the whole time, going to train, leaving the train with my trainer, leaving again, go home, almost fall asleep in the car, get home, try to be mama, try to be wife, and then do more cardio, go back to the gym and do more cardio. That was 6 days a week, 5 to 6 days a week, while trying to finish recording and finishing my Woman album, while still filming the Making of a Woman docuseries that aired on Fox Soul last year, while, okay, then touring. I was in the middle of a Making of a Woman tour, okay, then, and I went to Africa in the middle of this and found out that my sister was diagnosed with stage 1 breast cancer. Ooh. So I went through hell. Oh, and not to mention, my back went out. I had a complete slip disc in my back. I had a bulging disc. I had to go on bed rest, and my entire left leg was numb for 6 weeks because I already had sciatica, because at 42, I want to start a fitness competition career at 42. So, you know, that came from, you know, taxes, you know, so it was interesting. I'm very glad that I documented it, because it really will. And I couldn't get everything, you know, there are just certain things I could not get, you know. It's a 6-part, 30-minute series, but you will see 1 and 2 tonight. And then next week you'll see 2 and 3, and then the following week you'll see 3, 5 and 6. I mean, next week you'll see 3 and 4, and then you'll see 5 and 6. So it's a 3-week series, and you'll see reruns throughout the week, so you'll be able to catch it. It's an excellent series, though. So much fun. I narrated. I decided to narrate it because all these Netflix and all these documentaries that we're watching and movies and stuff that we're watching. Well, the documentaries not so much, but the movies and stuff, I love the narration, like You and Bridgerton and Sex Life and all these different documentaries, not documentaries, but series that I've been watching on Netflix. I was just so inspired by the narration. So I decided to narrate this one, and I wrote all the narration too. So it could be fully and completely in my voice. So I'm really excited about the style of it. The editor was awesome, Victor Hogan of Sacramento Film. So I'm just really excited for people to see, women to see. And I just, I hope this, whoever's struggling with like weight loss, because I'm just gonna be totally transparent. When I decided to do this, I was in a place, I was 236 pounds, and I was totally and completely unhappy with my body and how I felt inside. And I was just like, I got to do something. And so it was like, this is the moment. This is the moment where you need to put yourself in a predicament that's going to really press you to do something big. And it changed my life. Now, then the pandemic gonna hit. And so now I gained back weight. So now I got to do the shit again. Probably not as much, I don't have to do it as bad, but I still got to do it again. Because the pandemic said, hey, everybody sit down. We ain't going to no gyms. And then we all just ate, we ate our depression away, watching Ahmaud Arbery, watching George Floyd, watching Black Lives Matter, watching terrible President Trump. We just ate to get past the wearing masks everywhere we had to go, people dying at astronomical rates. It was just nuts. 2020 was nuts. People dying left and right. It was just a sad fest. Anybody who did not gain weight outside, if you lost weight, probably from depression, because that's how tough 2020 was.
So what type of mental preparation comes with everything that you just said?
You have to be very adamant, and almost like can I curse? I already did once. You almost have to be a bitch, like about certain things. Like, Syleena, do you want to go out to eat? No, I can't. Well, I mean, I know you're on this eating regimen. No, I can't go out to eat. That's not in alignment with what I'm doing. And you got to be like a low-key bitch, and you'll feel like a bitch anyway. You'll seem like a bitch to people because you haven't had any carbohydrates anyway. So, you'll be a jerk just because you haven't had any bread, but you have to be regiment and you have to be adamant. But I'll tell you, Sister Circle held me accountable. Women, Black women, our fans, the Sister Circle fan base held me accountable. And that's why I did it up top in front of everybody, so I could have total accountability. Because then, it's one thing, I don't know why we're like this as people, but you'll let yourself down before you let others, So once I involved all of the, the women and the viewers that were watching, if I quit, I let them down. I let my trainer down. I'll let, the people that I promised, my posing coach, down. People that are watching me and inspired, I'll let them down. I'll show them now. I had gotten so deep in there, I'll show them that it's okay to quit. And I can't deal with that. I don't know how to quit stuff, I struggle with letting go, just things that I'm not supposed to have, So quitting is just not in my DNA. Not starting properly, and like when you first start in the beginning and you're like, I'll just, I'll pick it up later. I'll procrastinate down to the floor. But once I get locked in, it's very, very difficult for me to quit. So I had to just really I had to be a bitch. And I know it sounds crazy, but it's my truth.
So aside from being a bitch, what sort of tips can you offer people also embarking on this journey?
To be okay with not being perfect. I need women to give themselves grace. Gotta give yourself. There were times where I didn't eat exactly perfect, but I just kept going. You know, there were times where I cheated on my diet. I drank when I wasn't supposed to. I just kept going. Um, there were times where I didn't eat all 6 of my meals every single day on time. There were times where I didn't do all of the workout and homework I had to do. I kept going. So give yourself grace. Decide and commit to not giving up. If you decide and commit to not giving up, you won't. But if you commit to, see, we commit to the diet. I'm going to commit to eating breadcrumbs and egg whites every day. No, you'll quit that. If you commit to not quitting, you won't. You'll give yourself more grace if you mess up. We're going to mess up, but quitting should not be the option. And then I'd say consult with professionals first. Your doctor, a trainer, get you an accountability partner, workout partner, something to help you stay on track. So that would be that to me, that was the most important thing, because there's all these other little things that you can learn. You can Google, for Christ's sakes, drink water, get sleep. These are classics, eat salad, for Christ's sake. You eat vegetables and fruit, and not really fruit, but eat vegetables and, protein, and you'll, get to your goal. Work out, do this workout, do that workout, but it's mental. So you got to do a lot of mental and heart work. You got to do a lot of heart work and a lot of mental work. You have to decide and stick to it.
So you never stopped making music, but now you're leaning more into your degree. How does it feel to use your BS?
Oh, well, I got my BS in 2015, which is why I was very, very excited about Megan Thee Stallion getting hers, because I was like, yes, girl, you can still do it. I dropped out of college, signed a record deal in 1998. Or 97, actually. Or was that? Yeah, 97. And then I signed the record deal in 98. And then I went back to school in 2009 to pick it up. Got pregnant again because I was already pregnant. I already had my first baby. And then I stopped school, and then I finished in 2015. I don't like to quit stuff, so I'm gonna have roadblocks. But then this unopened just degree is out here. Like, I got all these student loans, but then I don't have a degree. It just didn't add up. So, and then my sisters, they have multiple degrees, masters and doctorates and all type of stuff. So I was just like, I can at least get a BS, even though I did graduate magna cum laude. I wanted to pick that back up. And wait a minute, what was your question? Because I went into the degree.
No, it really was, how does it feel to utilize that degree at this point?
It feels good. It feels good. I also am a certified hot yoga instructor. So even before the competition, I had already lost weight and I was doing yoga and stuff. And then I stopped yoga because Sister Circle started, and Sister Circle is in the morning. So it jammed me up because I was teaching in the mornings. It's just so much, child. But I love health and wellness. It's a BS in nutrition science. And so Syleena Life is my company that is geared towards minority women to help educate us about health and wellness. I feel like if we educate the woman, we educate the family automatically. And so that's my goal, is to educate women about optimal health and wellness in different ways, and opportunities to be able to do that, no matter if they're busy, they're mothers, they're whatever the case may be, they're sick, they can always achieve it, and there's a place they can go to get information about how to do that. So that's what my degree has evolved into, that. And I have a line of gummies that are coming out soon. They're pre-workout gummies. Actually, the CEO of the company that I'm working with is downstairs. So after this, I'll go do that. But yeah, I'm excited to be able to utilize what I've learned.
What's the biggest thing that you think women need to understand about wellness?
That it is a lifestyle, and that a diet is what you eat. It's not a fad. A diet is your eating regimen. We all have diets, right? But we use the word, we associate the word with diet in terms of minimal or minimizing what we eat. That's not what a diet is. A diet is what you eat. It is, if your diet is Skittles and Pepsi, then that's your diet. If you eating Skittles and Pepsi and McDonald's every day, that's your diet. That's what consists of your diet. So diet is going to be the most important thing. Even if you don't get to the gym, your diet, you can control that at any time. It's a lifestyle. It's almost like how people are vegan. That's their lifestyle. So health and wellness is a lifestyle. Taking vitamins, drinking water. These things have to become who you are as a person, not something you do for your Christmas dress or your birthday weekend. It's a lifestyle that goes on all year round.
Right. I see you've written a self-help book that talks about a body image battle that you had in adolescence. And that's a story that a lot of people can relate to. Tell me a little bit about your book.
The book is called The Wait Is Over. And it just depicts the journey that I went through in terms of body image. A lot of times women can't lose weight or gain weight or whatever it is that they need to do for optimal wellness because of how they view themselves in the mirror. And this book talks about how the body image can be curated in a negative way starting from childhood, and how that can be how you believe. That's how you end up believing what you believe about yourself and why it's so hard to change it. So that's what the book is about. And it talks about how relationships with men, the industry, my job, my mom, growing up as a child, how all of those things are factors in terms of how you see yourself and what you do about that, so that's a really good book too, in combination with this.
And would you say your lifestyle change is going to change your music?
I think it already has. The Woman album was a testament to freedom. When you are able to change your disposition in any way, in any facet of your life, it allows you to be free. It allows you to understand that you have control totally of yourself and your thought process. When a lot of times we, living in this world, we think sometimes we just feel like we just don't have control of nothing. Like I just can't control all this shit at once, But the truth of the matter is, if we get still and slow down, we are so powerful and we are in control, and we can make choices that can change our lives, for the better or the worse. So we just have to choose wisely.
All right. Well, we're definitely looking forward to the docuseries, the book, the gummies, everything.
Yes,
I'm so
yes.
excited.
Oh my God, it's so fun. So I'm excited. This is an amazing day. I had a dream about this docuseries and I put that dream to life. So to watch it in real time is surreal to me. I'm the creator, I'm the executive producer. I am also narrating it, and I wrote all of the narration. I even filmed all my closet testimonies. I was Heyman on this project, but I did not do this alone. I had an amazing team. Producer Cherie Nicole, she also EP this with me. Supervising producer Dr. Syleena Johnson. She inked the deal with TV One, and all my music's in it. That too.
Okay.
Victor Hogan is a producer and an editor. Kevin Wilson is a producer and he's the trainer. So it was a family affair. We just got our hands dirty. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a great project, a project of love. You could do anything if you push by love. All the videographers, everybody, just my posing coach. I had just such a massive team. You'll see is massage therapists, posing coaches, ice cryotherapy people. Like, it was just so many people to get to this level. It was crazy. But I was blessed. God is good.
It's awesome. Looking forward to it. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk about it all with me.
Thank you so much for having me, and I look forward to this interview. And I hope that your viewers are inspired and motivated by what they see.